So now let's look at an example where we have diagonals now in our kite. And so I'm going to go back to our theorems and let's review over what we learned about diagonals. And so we know by the kite diagonals theorem that if a quadrilateral is a kite, then its diagonals are perpendicular. And so that means that these diagonals here are going to intersect at a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that. So I want to find the value of x first. And I see that I actually have a right triangle right here. And so going back to first semester, or even our last unit, I think we did this with squares, we learned about Pythagorean's theorem. And that told us with a right triangle that if I square the legs, the sides are on either side of the right angle, it's going to equal the hypotenuse squared. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Well, my legs here are 4 and 8, so I have 4 squared plus 8 squared is equal to, x is my hypotenuse, so x squared. Here, be careful. Remember, it's not 4 times 2. 4 squared is really 4 times 4. So I'm just multiplying 4 by itself. So I get 16 plus 8 times 8, which is 64. 16 plus 64, I get 80. And then I take the square root on both sides. And when I take the square root of 80, I'm just going to go ahead and round to the nearest tenth. I get 8.9 is equal to x. So I found our x value. Now I need to find my y. So I see here again, I still just have another right triangle. And I know 2 of the 3 angles. And if you recall, all angles in a triangle add up to 180. So I can just have y plus 54 plus my right angle, which if you recall that's just 90 degrees, is equal to 180. Well, 54 plus 90, I get 144. And subtract 144 from both sides, and I get that y is equal to 36. Okay, let's try this process again. So I want to find x, y in this kite below. X, again, is just my side. Since this is a kite, I know that my diagonals are perpendicular, so this is really a right triangle. So I can use Pythagorean theorem for finding x. So I'll have 3 squared plus 4 squared is equal to x squared. 3 squared, that's really 3 times 3, so I get 9 plus 16 is equal to x squared. 9 plus 16, I get 25. And then taking the square root from both sides, I get that x is equal to 5. Next, I want to find y. Y is an angle measure this time, but I still just have a right triangle right here. And remember that right angle is still just 90 degrees. I know that all the angles in a triangle add up to 180. So I'll have y plus 22 plus 90 is equal to 180. 22 plus 90, I get 112. Subtract 112 from both sides. And I get that y is equal to 68.